So, there's been a lot of talk about PvP in ESO recently, particularly regarding balance with the skill breaker patch, and there's been a ton of uproar on both sides. I think the last time that there's been this much tension in PvP regarding balance was probably the proc meta, and I don't know if you guys played during that, but that was a crazy time. Basically, a lot of the monster sets and couple of the armor sets that do proc effects now were different back then, where they just did direct damage and they had a very low cooldown. So you would see people stacking like 3 proc sets and like Tremor Scale, Viper, and a bunch of stuff, and then they would literally just roll up to you, hit you with a ransack, and you would just be dead. It was a really, really crazy time to play. People obviously went mad in the forums, and they ended up changing it pretty quickly. But now we're on the opposite side of the spectrum, where it's dots that are crazily overtuned, and every other person you see in PvP being a mag player. And then with the Dragonhold patch notes that we are seeing, there's also the negative feedback of the dots being completely nerfed into the ground, and the stun being taken away from things like Dizzy Swing and Draining Shot. We've just gotten the patch notes for 5.2, and it seems like ZOS seems to be working with us a little bit more, because you see that they have increased the damage on a couple of dots instead of completely nerfing them. And a couple of other really, really good changes, like the change to Power of the Light, where it doesn't just soak up the damage that everybody's doing to you now. It's only going to be the Templar who applied the ability. So it's going to be a much more skill-based ability, rather than something that one person in a Azure can just throw up on you, and then you reach the maximum capacity for that skill, regardless of whether or not that initial player is doing damage to you or not. So they seem to be making a lot of good changes, but today I kind of wanted to talk about my hopes for PvP in ESO, not just for Dragonhold coming up, but kind of for the future. And it's not really going to be talking about skills and balance. Now, one of the things that I've tried to communicate through my previous videos, but it hasn't really gotten through because I haven't talked about it, as importantly as I should have, is performance. Now, we have seen that ZOS has put out, a roadmap for performance plans that they plan on deploying for the game, and one of them is actually going to be coming with this Dragonhold update. But I feel like that's the thing that we really should be focusing on more so than balance in this game right now. The footage you're seeing in the background right now is a random Tuesday in the Champion Point campaign, and it's literally unplayable. And this is like most days. One of the things that I mentioned in my previous videos was that I honestly feel that if the performance was in a much better place to where the game was playable, these talks about balance would be much, much different than they currently are, because the game wouldn't function as it currently does. There would be a lot more counterplay to things, and I feel like a lot of the players have been giving good ideas about how to fix the performance in this game. Now, like I said, they have been talking about the performance changes that they are going to make, but I feel like we should be keeping a close eye on what those changes are, and when they come out, the actual impact they have on the game, because it seems like for a long time everybody knows that performance is terrible in this game, but it's kind of like a side conversation, and I feel like that's the main thing that we should be focusing on. So like, once this Dragonhold patch comes out, like, I feel like we really, really need to be keeping a very close eye on how that impact actually does affect PvP. And God forbid, I don't want it to be bad, but if it does end up where the game is still laggy, like, we need to be vocal about that, rather than whatever things might be overtuned in the game, because I feel like the root of all the issues is performance rather than balance. So yeah, that's my primary hopes right now, because I really do feel like if they focus on making the performance better, the game itself will have such a better life. You're seeing people talking about people leaving the game recently, and I feel like performance would be the thing that would bring the current PvE players into PvP, and allow them to want to learn the game, and then keep the current PvP players and the people that have left the game, but those are my thoughts. I hope you guys, let me know what you guys think. The rest of the footage here is a couple of fights that I had with a couple of my buddies. Unfortunately, I had the wrong food on, so my stamina regen was a little bit in the blooper here, but I hope you guys let me know what you think of these thoughts and the rest of these fights. And once again, thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.
Some use comes. You guys didn't help. Alright, I'm just gonna jump into that. Just start grouping them up. There's a low level in here.
Coming.
Me. You kill, free kill, free kill. Free kill.
Temple on me.
Onslaught.
Onslaught, baby.
What you gonna do? Penetration on you. Oh, here we go. This is my kind of fight right here. Ooh, nice. Bad joke? What?
Like
Bad
that
joke?
was.
Yeah, go. Go into the tower, tower, in here. Come in here, boys. Come in. What are they doing? Looking out.
Get them, get them, get them, get them, get them.
What are you doing? What is this guy doing? What's that gang? What's the point of that? Did nothing. Congratulations. Look like a fucking goofball. Oh yeah, come in, baby. Come right in.
Oh my god, what the fuck happened to my health?
The boys got dropped.
Whoa, what?